Hi folks, welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host, and you have a great show coming up, and so do we. I'm excited to introduce you to our guest today, starting with Jordan Gunderson, and he is an artist I'm so excited to chat with. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, so a lot happening. Now you are creating a comic book, your very first, called Dissension War Eternal, that came out earlier this May. Yep. And how do you get into something like this? Tell us about this project.
Well, so Dissension War Eternal is basically a creator-owned series that I developed over the years, and it is debuting for Aspen Comics on July 25th, and it actually previewed a couple weeks ago for Free Comic Book Day, and so that was like a 12-page preview story of what the series will eventually entail. And so it's basically I created the series, I'm the artist on it, and it'll all kick off in July, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it because it's been a thing I've been working on my whole adult life. So
yeah, a long time in the making, I'm sure. You really have to be an incredible artist to be able to create some of these ideas that you have. So how did this sort of come about in your life?
So I've always kind of loved the whole visual medium of like storytelling and that sort of thing. So I would draw comics when I was little, and with my friends, and even in high school, I made a comic with my friends in it as the heroes and villains of the comic. So it was always kind of a hobby of mine that I enjoyed doing. And in college, I kind of started figuring out some ideas of stories and characters that I wanted to do, and I kind of started putting them together, and was really the formation of what would become Dissension War Eternal was that whole thing. So it, like I said, it's been a long time in the making, but that's kind of how it started off.
I'm so impressed by the creativity it takes to do something like this. How do you really become a comic book illustrator? What does that mean?
So the landscape of comic book illustrators has kind of changed over the years with the use of the internet and social media and stuff, because back in the past, you would have to go to shows and submit your art to editors and comic book publishers, and either that or you would have to mail in your submissions to them. And now with social media and being able to share your art online, it's kind of opened up the floodgates for lots of other illustrators and artists and stuff to show their work, and that's kind of how I ended up eventually breaking in. Was my art was on a website that I was constantly posting new art that I was creating, and an editor saw it and asked me to draw an upcoming issue of their book for them, and I kind of hit the ground running since then.
How intriguing. Yeah, the social media and things have really opened up to lots more submissions and things like that, and exposure for young and starting artists. Now you work for Aspen Comics, and somehow this is really a good fit for your series. Explain that.
That's true. I've been working with Aspen Comics since 2011. I ended up going to New York Comic Con in 2011 and dropped off a packet for them, and they gave me a call back the following Monday, and I've been drawing comics for them since then. So they're a smaller company, but they're very family-oriented. So a lot of the creators and artists and writers there, I've come to see over the years. I feel very close to all of them, and their sort of thing is they don't allow open submissions in from outside sources. So they like to work specifically with creators in their wheelhouse. So, and since I had been there that long, I had kind of mentioned that I had this story, Dissension, and it was just up to them to find a place for it to fit into their schedule. And it worked out perfectly because it ended up being in the Free Comic Book Day offering for 2018, which gets it out to a lot more fans than normally would see an issue, because it's free and everyone can grab one. So.
How exciting. Wow, well, this has certainly come full circle for you. Congratulations on your success so far. If viewers at home want to pick up a copy of the series Dissension War Eternal, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, so the book, like I said, it came out on Free Comic Book Day, which was May 5th. So depending on stock, some retailers might still have issues available of the free preview. But July 25th is when issue number 1 will come out. So you can go to any local comic book store and pick that up. It actually debuts at San Diego Comic-Con, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Wow.
And then, yeah, it'll be out local comic shops on July 25th, so you can pick it up there.
And get a copy. Wow, great to hear from a local artist. Again, this is Jordan Gunderson. Thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
We've got more Talk of the Town coming up after the break, so please stay right there.